Now from the so-called City Beautiful and home to the Madden studios, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League from Orlando, Florida. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. To the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a run. Here's the rookie from USC. And some room to roam now. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Right back to him on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Jets defense. They interplay one from the bottom, number 31 in the league, Charles, against the run.
And that's been an Achilles heel for them all season long, being able to play against the run, being able to slow teams down. But it's not just that. When you give up big chunks of yardage in the running game, it also opens up the passing options for the team you're playing as well. So typically, when you don't play the run well, you're getting hit in all phases.
2nd down and 8. Moore, the man in motion. He'll get an opportunity with it on the touch pass. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. And without a doubt, not the way they pictured that opening drive unfolding.
No, they were making progress. They weren't exactly in high gear, but they were making a few yards along the way. And now that they've coughed it up, you got to go back to the sidelines and regroup a little bit.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Well, this defense for the Browns, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Down to the 10. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he will get back to at least cover this. Certainly a sigh of relief there. But his offense going to be set up deep in their own territory now.
I didn't do this in college, but I did it in high school. When you return kicks and you lose it yourself, the panic that goes through you and the determination to get the ball back, I don't even know how to describe it. And I think we just saw an example there.
Yeah, and the relief when you get it back like he did.
Yeah, you go to the sidelines, you know you're going to get yelled at, but you can handle it because you got the ball back.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They'll take over after that pretty clutch forced fumble as they begin inside their own 5-yard line. And he's out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And finally, he's taken down at the 18. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 58 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop him. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down. They'll run with Hall. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4.
You know, when this offense gets down here near the end zone, they're going to turn to their bell cow, and this guy's been a touchdown machine all year. Excellent job stopping him there on 1st down.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A.J. Brown, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And they are over 500 for the season, 4-3. They got back above 500 with a victory last week. And, Charles, you think this is a very important week for them, do you not?
I certainly do, because when you start to do the math, and yes, I'm using my fingers to count. If you're 4-4 at the midway point, let's say you're saying 10 wins is your cutoff line for a playoff berth. It's usually right around that number. A loss here, all of a sudden you got to go 6-2 down the stretch just to reach 10 wins. That means this game is vital.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. Back to throw. Right. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back. But it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they come in losers of 2 straight. And remember, they've got the open date on their calendar next weekend. But you think it's vitally important, Charles, that they focus on the task at hand here?
Absolutely, because these players, they know what's coming up. And the difference between taking time off following a win versus doing so on a 3-game losing streak, that's absolutely huge, because they may come back if they lose this game to a facility, and there may be new faces in there and some teammates lost.
Now a 2nd and 10. In motion goes the tight end. Hall on a give up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You look at this Browns defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. From the gun on 3rd down. Travis. And not enough on the throw that time, as that one is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. To the right side and intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown. Slide for the PAT. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Second and 2. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ward. And a big gain that time. He's out of bounds on what will be the final play of this first quarter. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Travis. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The Jets at 5-3 now on the year. They coming off the loss last time out, but they've been playing better than 500 ball the last couple of months, CD. 5 wins in their last 8 games.
And the key for them, as I see it, tightening things up on defense, because the offense did its part. They played well, but defensively, way too many lapses and big plays allowed. That ultimately doomed them in their last ball game.
Second and 10. Straight ahead is Hall. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. No, bottled up, fumble. It's out, it's loose. And this is picked up by the Browns. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Holding on to the football becoming a little bit of an issue. He had 2 fumbles last week, remember.
I played for a guy that used to talk all the time about creating turbulence in the pocket, making the quarterback jumpy, make him antsy, keep getting after him a little bit, and make sure he thinks about holding on to the ball, because you're going after him.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a 2-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
2nd and 6. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. They need 2. Here's 3rd down. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a 1st down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
And the Jets D, they call on a couple extra defensive backs on 3rd. A give for Edwards running right. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Right now. Throwing on 4th down. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Give to Hall running right. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 55 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. Blitz forthcoming as he'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Travis. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Jets' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride to the offense this go-around. From the 23, here's 2nd and 6. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Second and 6. Back to throw. Right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Back to throw again. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Here's 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll look to throw again. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll have a little bit of time to work with. 35 seconds until the break. Got a man. That's Ward. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First, and I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Travis. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
And now at this point in the first half, you've got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for a first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The throw here right sideline falls incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Moore, the man in motion. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This from 54 yards away. Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee Wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
Oh, wide open, complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. 74 yards. And the Jets take the blocked field goal and convert it into 6 points. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored, and now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have, and try and move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So in jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Back to throw. Right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. And now an audible here into something else. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for the 3rd straight play, he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Looking to throw. Right. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 26, and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front. But somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They go with Edwards left side. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and they've got it back to 3rd and 10.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Back to throw. Right. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to come up well short as they rally up to stop him at about the 16. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Sly able to put this one through, and that'll bring him back within 4. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Breaks through the contact. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. 10 yards is the pickup. Good enough for a Jet first down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
One more time for Ward here, and he's got it again. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 26-yard line. A handoff for Hall. Trucks over him, and they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. 78 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. They'll look to run with Hall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped.
Touchdown! From 3 yards out, and the Jets are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter. Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Welcome back live to Orlando. It's the Browns with a deficit. They're trailing, but with the football here to start the 4th. From the 25, here's 2nd down and 7. And Shaheed going to go in motion. Now right. From the gun, he'll throw. A swing pass here to Edwards. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll look to throw now on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now a play fake here on first down.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Moore, the man in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
And Shaheed going to go in motion. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I thought at first he'd try to run, but he just kept buying time to his right. Finally, nothing there. He wisely gets rid of it.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. Taken down at the 30.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
2nd and 7. Off the bootleg. Travis, he'll buy some time right. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that. And thus far, they've been successful.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. And the Browns are right back in this football game. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. The interception was a great starting point, but now they need points pretty quickly, down 2 scores. Here's Wright, throwing to start the drive. Throw out wide is incomplete. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. You can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. As Shaheed going to go in motion. Right from the gun on third down. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. How about this starting field position? First and goal from 2 yards out. They'll try to run with Hall. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, third and goal. They'll try to run it here with Hall. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape, and that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Eddie Pinheiro on now. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And last time went for it on fourth, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position. And
think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 104 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. On first down, right back to Hall. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them. And I think that's what we're seeing tonight. He's about to run them into submission, hasn't he?
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag. All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. 3 tight ends up front here, 3rd and goal. Off the play fake. Travis. And he's got it. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal.
I don't care what the analytics say. Look at where they are on the field. To me, that just screams go for it here. I don't even think about putting a kicker out there. What say you?
I support whatever they do. Let's find out.
Look at you, man of the people.
Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Jets look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. And, Charles, they continue to have trouble stopping him as he's into the end zone yet again.
Yeah, that's multiple series now. They've ended with him in the end zone. A perfect plan on how to utilize him best when they get in close.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And he returns this to the 22. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing.
And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up as safety. And this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters, and this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
This is taken around the 12. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right about now, heck, they might be wishing they did not have a bye week coming up next week. It appears they're going to go into that week off in high spirits as they've got this one well in hand. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's able to get this up to the 37-yard line. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Jets, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before